I am Cara with Jill Hickman Companies, and today is our fourth episode in our series, Viral Leadership. Today we are going to focus on how you can protect your workers and your workplace from COVID-19. As of today, we know that the World Health Organization has designated that COVID-19 is a worldwide pandemic. We also know that President Trump has declared a national emergency. And if you are local to Texas, like we are, I know there are several other states out there that are in the same boat as us in Texas, but if you are in Texas, our Governor Abbott has issued a state of disaster for Texas over the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, and specifically in Houston, where we are located, Mayor Sylvester Turner has designated Harris County and the city of Houston as an emergency. What I want to do now is run through some facts, some myths, and things that will help you in the workforce, whether you are an employer or an employee. First, this is all about keeping your workforce safe. I want to talk about harassment and discrimination in the workplace as it relates to COVID-19. So the CDC has put out some great flyers, information about not just what you can do to wash your hands and prevent the disease, but also how to stop the spread of rumors. So here is fact number one that I want to focus on. Diseases can make anyone sick, regardless of their race or ethnicity. So it says here that fear and anxiety about the COVID-19 can cause people to avoid or reject others, even though they are not at risk for spreading the virus. This means that in your workplace, you still cannot, just as life was like before COVID-19, you cannot discriminate on the basis of race or ethnicity. The CDC goes on to further say that you should not show prejudice to people of Asian descent. We all know where this originated. It originated in China. This disease does not discriminate against race, ethnicity, or gender. And in our workplaces, we need to make sure that we are not discriminating. We are in the state of an emergency. So if you look at this chart right here, businesses and cities, states are acting somewhere in between the minimal to moderate and substantial range of the actions that they are taking to keep their workforce safe. So one thing that we are beginning to see is that schools are closing. And what does this do to our workforce? Well, since the CDC, the WHO, OSHA, and everyone else involved in this is asking all of us to limit exposure, the number one way to prevent the spread and to give hospitals time to catch up to the demand of COVID-19 is to socially distance yourself. We've seen that right now. We see schools that are canceling. We see workplaces that are going to remote work. That is one thing that you can do. If it is not possible for your workplace or for your employees to work remotely, think about different things that you can do. Cancel non-essential work travel. One of my favorite ideas is staggering work schedules. So how can you get the least amount of people in your workplace at a time? Can you have a third of them? Can you work half days? Stagger the workforce. Or maybe your employees you're service technicians and they have to service some kind of machine. Can you work with your clients that have these machines in their locations and have your technicians come in at a time that is not a heavy traffic area or a heavy traffic time? Think of alternatives. Flexible leave policies, definitely work with HR to figure out what your policies are, and this would be a great time to start adjusting your policies while making sure that they are fair and equitable to everyone. There are incredible resources that are out there right now. The Wall Street Journal today just published an article called "The Coronavirus and Your Job: What the Boss Can and Can't Make You Do." This technically is geared towards employees or geared for employees, but I suggest that employers take a look at it too, because it's a really good reminder of what you as an employer can do and what you can't do. As an employer, it is your duty to provide a safe workplace for all of your employees and all of your visitors. We might be limiting visitors at this time, but let's say you're a workplace that cannot limit your employees, that it's not possible for you to work remotely. What you can do is check temperatures, make sure people are not running a fever. Another thing that you can do is send your sick employees home. If you want more information on premises liability, I will post a link up here, but that just means that it is your duty as an employer to provide a safe workspace for those that are coming to work for you. Another resource that I am going to post is this website that Fisher Phillips has put together. They have pulled together a lot of their staff attorneys to make a comprehensive and updated FAQ website for employers on the COVID-19. And they address a ton of questions, from workplace safety to discrimination and harassment issues, wage and hour, do we pay our employees, do we not pay our employees, and which employees can we pay and not pay, and also employee leave and ADA, and how you as an employer might fit into those. I will also link the blog that I did earlier this week, so that can be another resource for you too, where I talk more about FMLA, ADA, workers' comp, and how it relates to COVID-19. I hope that some of your questions are answered. If not, please email me at Cara, C-A-R-A, @jillhickman.com. I am happy to answer your questions. Stay healthy, stay safe, and hopefully we will see you soon.